KD6 LLB, just doing a quick test.
I've got you loud and clear, Logan.
Yes, mister. It's a good test. WDCIK.
KD6 LLB, just doing a quick test. Thanks, Steve. KD6 LLB.
I've got you loud and clear, Logan.
Yes, mister. It's a good test. WDCIK.
Thanks, Steve. KD6 LLB.
I've got you loud and clear, Logan. All right, guys, the live stream is live, and the picture will pick up right about 8 p.m. when we kick off the net. Once again, it's on YouTube on the Papa Systems Saturday Night Roundtable channel. Just search it out on YouTube, and you'll see the live stream there. See you guys in just about 3 minutes. WD6USN. All right, good evening, Papa System. Transmitting from the Mexican border in San Diego to as far north as San Luis Obispo, from the Channel Islands to as far east as Las Vegas, Nevada, and beyond via the magic of All-Star. You're tuning into the most unique net around, the Saturday Night Roundtable. My name is Darren, my call sign is WD6USN, and I'll be your net controller for this evening, so please direct all transmissions to me. The Saturday Night Roundtable is designed as an interactive discussion forum. We invite you to check in, participate in a lively conversation on a variety of topics. Feel free to recheck if you have any additional thoughts or want to share once everyone has had a chance to check in. Please remember, emergency traffic takes precedence and may be announced with a double break at any time. With that said, I'd now like to pause for any emergency or priority traffic. If you have any emergency traffic, please come now. Okay, hearing none, I'd like to extend a special invitation to any visitors joining us tonight. I encourage you to visit papasys.com That's PAPASYS.com, and register as a guest. By registering, you'll receive 45 days of complimentary access to the Papa system. You get to test drive it before you got to buy it. Once this initial period concludes, however, we kindly ask that you consider becoming a subscribed member, to continue to enjoy the over 80 repeaters in the Papa System network. With that said, all amateurs are always welcome to participate in weekly Papa System nets, regardless of your membership status. All right, folks, I am live streaming, and I'm not going to lie, it's been a little while. I'm a little bit rusty. For those of you that have participated in the live stream in the past, you kind of know how it goes. But I know there's lots of new Papa members out there and guests, and they've probably never seen a net live streamed alongside a ham radio net. So if that is the case, you can see both sides of things, one via your radio, the other one via YouTube. And you can swing by if you search for Papa System Saturday Night Roundtable, you'll find the live stream there. If anyone's having any trouble finding that live stream, let me know on the radio. I can help you out a little further there. But with that, we have quite a few announcements to get through. So without further ado, let me take a pause and play the current round of announcements. We have a new set already for the next week's luncheons and breakfasts. Stand by.
Here is the Papa System weekly calendar for the latest news and upcoming events. The Papa Orange County Luncheon. The Papa System will be meeting in person on Saturday, February 28th at 11:30 a.m. at the Sizzler in Fullerton. 1401 North Harbor Boulevard, Fullerton, California. Everyone is welcome. Come on out and meet some of the people who you hear and talk to on the air. We will be offering ham license testing at 10 a.m. for technician, general and amateur extra class licenses. Please RSVP for luncheon attendance and register for ham license testing at 10 a.m. on the Papa website. As always, the Papa Quick Start program runs in conjunction with all our test sessions and is a benefit for newly licensed technician class ham radio operators. Please see the Papa website for more information. Yuma Ham Fest 2026. The Yuma Ham Fest is back this year on February 27th through the 28th. Papa will be in attendance at booths 81, 82, and 83, so make sure to come on by and pay us a visit. This year, the Papa System is asking members to donate their no longer needed ham radio equipment for resale at Yuma. Proceeds will be used to update equipment at the Papa repeater sites. Can't make it to the Ham Fest? But you would still like to donate your equipment. You can also bring it to your local breakfast or luncheon before the Ham Fest. We are also looking for volunteers to help out with the event and make this the best Hamfest experience possible. We are looking for door greeters for the exhibit hall, help at the registration desk, and raffle ticket sales are just a few of the volunteer opportunities. Please reach out to Michael Rickey by email af6fb@papasys.org or sign up on the Papa website if you can help us out this year. The Papa Annual Dinner. The dinner will be on Friday, February 27th. 7 p.m. at Du Bois Italian Restaurant. The seating reservation has reached our limit of 20 people, so a big Papa thank you to all who RSVP'd early. For more Hamfest information, please visit the Yuma Hamfest website at www.yumahamfest.com. All this information and a whole lot more can be found on the Papa website at papasys.com.
Alrighty, folks, that's the latest and greatest going on. Hope you guys are making it out to the Yuma Ham Fest. It's always a good time. Had a blast last year, and that Friday night dinner is pretty fantastic. So it sounds like we pretty much booked it out already and filled the room. I think there's a couple extra seats on the outside of the room. I'm not quite sure how many seats might be available left, but I know the room full of 20 seats has already been full, but I'm sure we'll figure something out once we get there, if there's more. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully get to see some of you guys out there and maybe buy some new equipment while I'm out there. We'll see. All right. Just kind of getting the hang of things again, and I feel like you said, if I've ever been a part of the live streams, I tend to pull the wrong levers, push wrong buttons, and since I'm a little rusty, that's certainly going to be the case tonight. So bear with me. We will try to do our best. All right, so on to the topic tonight. What are we talking about? Let me take a quick reset, and I will open up the topic. All right, so if for those on the live stream, you can see the title, What Are You Working On? This is kind of going to be a broad topic, so I'm hoping for lots of check-ins to tell us, what is your plans for 2026? What is your goal? What are you currently working on? Is it a home project? Are you getting the garden beds prepared for spring? Are you working on a vehicle or maybe a classic car? Or are you trying to learn something new? For me, I'm working on myself. I'm trying to get to lose some weight and, excuse me, get a little healthier in 2026. So that's kind of the topics for tonight. Very broad. What are you working on? And if you're not currently working on anything, what do you want to work on? Let me take a quick swig of water here before I kick things off. All right, gotta love it. The voice always starts to go out when you need it the most. All right, so that's the plan for tonight. Let's make this orderly. I'll take check-ins through analog repeaters first. Let's go analog repeaters 1 through 10 first. Give me your call sign phonetically and your first name. This way, if I mess up your call a little bit, I can call you by your name, and we can sort out the details there. So with that said, Papa's 1 through 10. Come now.
Whiskey Tango 6
Kilo
Tango,
Echo
Brian.
2 Golf Oscar Golf, KE2 GOG. Alfonso, West Harrison, New York.
Alpha Kilo 6 Quebec November, Chuck.
Kilo Oscar 6, Lima, Quebec Juliet, Jeff in Burbank, Papa 4 Sierra.
All right, let me hold the list up.
Kilo Oscar 6 Delta Tango Echo, Eric.
All right, I got you, Eric. Let me hold the list up there. Let me clean things up, make sure I got everybody. Brian, I heard you out there. Alfonso, I got you. I think it was KE2 Golf, Oscar Golf. Did I get that right, Alfonso? Just double check.
KE2 GOG.
Perfect, gotcha. Chuck, I didn't get the whole call sign, so give me your call sign one more time.
Alpha Kilo 6 Quebec November, Chuck.
I got you on that one. Jeff got you. Bob, I heard you out there. You were very weak, so I don't know. I know you were coming in on RF, but I got you on the list. And Eric, I got you. All right, is there anyone else on 1 through 10 want to jump in there before we open it up through 11 through 20? Come now.
King Ocean 6 Lincoln William David. Papa 1, this is Pete.
Alrighty, I got you, Pete. How about Papa's 11 through 20, or 1 through 20? Come now. All right, let's open it up to 1 through 30. Come now.
Kilo 6 Delta Victor, Ellen, Pop, Redlands 21.
Alrighty, got you, Ellen. All analog.
Zulu 7, Mike Alpha Golf, Mag, Papa 29.
Good to hear you out there, Mag. Haven't heard you in a while. All right, got Mag on the list. And any other analog before we open it up to the digitals? Come now. Alrighty, let's open it up to all the digitals, All-Star or Digital Bridge. Anything internet-based, come now.
Kilo Delta 6 Lima Bravo, Logan. On All-Star.
All righty, got you, Logan. Anyone else want to get in on this first round before we get ready to kick it off?
Kilo Romeo 4 Foxtrot Sierra November David.
All righty, David, I got you. All right, so I've got my RF check-ins. Those of you that are on the live stream, there is a comment section there. If you want to add comments, go ahead. If you hear check-ins and you want to comment on check-ins comments, I will go back and forth between the RF guys as well as the internet comment section. So I will read your comments live on air as long as they're worth, I can read them on air. Let's keep it PG-13, folks. All right, with that said, let's kick the net off with a good friend of mine, fellow net controller, and looking forward to seeing him next week at Yuma. So, Whiskey Tango 6 Tango, Brian, welcome to the net.
Good evening, Darren. Whiskey Tango 6 Tango, Brian in Glendale. Well, there's nothing like seeing you on the big screen as I listen to the net. This is an experience. What am I working on? I'm working on me losing weight and down 12 pounds so far since catching the cold didn't hurt at all. That sort of kicked me off. But I'm project-wise, I got to finish the solar, which I really don't do any work. I just have to keep after the contractor to keep it moving along, and that's about my. I see you wave there. And that's about all the stuff I'm wanting into this year. Back to net. See you in Yuma. Whiskey Tango 6 Tango.
All righty, Brian, I'm losing weight with you. I'm also about 12 pounds down, but I've been doing strength training and deadlifting and building muscle back. The helicopter really tore a lot of my joints up and a lot of bulging discs in the back and hips and knees and feet and all the things. So though I'm losing weight, I'm building muscle, and as you know, muscle weighs more. So at least that's what I'm telling myself. I am definitely losing inches on the waist, and that's what's been my goal. So glad you're doing it as well, and I hope you finish off that solar project. Just a quick note about the internet, folks. Obviously, you're probably noticing the delay between the RF and the internet live stream. Unfortunately, that's unavoidable. That's nothing I can control. That's based off the internet providers you're using, and there's just always going to be a delay there. So my recommendation is maybe listen to the radio, turn the volume down on the computer, and though the live stream, my facial expressions maybe and my waving to the camera may not line up with the RF you're hearing, but it's just part of the nature of the beast, so to speak, with live streaming and running an RF net alongside. So just a quick comment there. All right, let's move on down the list here. Alfonso, KE2GOG. Good to hear you, Alfonso. Welcome to the net.
Thank you, KE2GOG. Well, you know what? I'm going to second the motion. Working on self. That's really good. I was going to say work on my dipole, but that started last year, so I don't know. I think I should pick up work on self. All right, back to net. KE2GOG.
Well, I think we're going to hear a lot of people tonight that are working on themselves. I know the very first net of 2026, I kind of the topic was, what's your resolution, right? And I'm trying not to make mine a resolution, but just really lifestyle changes. 2025 was tough on me, and definitely getting things turned around, getting my health back to things, losing some weight. I started to notice climbing some of these towers were getting a little more difficult. So I definitely, working on myself has been the number one priority for me in 2026. So, all right, Alfonso, thanks for checking in and sharing that with us. And let's, I'm going to make a couple more RF comments, and then I'll take a look at the comment section on live and see what's going on over there. But let's see what Chuck has to say. Alpha Kilo 6, Quebec, November. Welcome, Chuck.
Good evening, Darren in the net, and it's fun watching you on the YouTube here trying to predict the word that I just heard you say and trying to figure out when you said it about 30 seconds later. Anyway, good for those of you and the others that are working on yourself this year. Last year, that was my project. I actually lost just a little over 50 pounds. It really changed my life. So anyway, this year I am continuing to complete a set of bunk beds for my grandkids. I'm the grandparent. Anyway, I finished the bottom one about a month ago, and now I'm completing the top one. And so the boys are really looking forward to it. So I've got some motivation. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. Great to be on the net tonight. Great to see you on YouTube. This is Alpha Kilo 6, Quebec, November.
See, I told you I was going to miss some buttons. I almost forgot to unmute me, Chuck. Well, Chuck, that's fantastic. Wow, 50 pounds. That's definitely. I set a goal of 30, and like I said, the strength training's making that a little difficult. But that's fantastic. 50 pounds is not easy to lose, and that's very commendable. So, very good job there. Let me take a quick peek at the comments. I see a couple people checking in. I see KE6JGZ's on there saying 73 to all. I see Ron out there from Virginia. Howdy, Ron. KF4PQH. Good to see you out there. And I see a check-in for KN6PPP. I see that he thinks he got doubled and he didn't get a check-in. So I have added you to the RF list. So see how that works. If you want to check in on the comment section on live, I'll put you on the list and I'll call you on the RF side of things. So KO6MCM says, listening on Echo Link from South Florida. Latency's pretty bad. Yeah, the latency can be a little bit problematic. It's just kind of the nature of the beast when you're dealing with live RF and internet protocol live streaming. It's just a little bit unavoidable, and your mileage will vary. I'm seeing about a 30-second delay, but you could see up to several minutes sometimes. So understandably, like I said, don't listen to the volumes on both. If you got a radio and the internet up, I would turn the internet volume down and just listen to the RF, because that's the most up-to-date sound anyway. All right, quite a bit more going on in the live stream, but we'll come back to that. Let's see what Jeff has to say. KO6 Lima, Quebec, Juliet. Jeff, welcome to the net.
Hey, Darren. Good to hear you. And I just realized I'm looking at pretty much the same set of plantation shutters where I'm sitting right now as you've got on the screen. So kudos to you. That's great. What I'm working on right now, again, is like everybody else, is myself. I've got a vision in mind. I've got the Jones for an e-bike, and I went and looked at a bunch of them today, and I think I've pretty well narrowed down the one that I want. But I got to get my knees to move with a little bit more free motion before I pull the trigger on this thing. And I think it's going to take me a month or so to get them to where I want them to go with all the arthritis I'm dealing with. But getting there, and just one day at a time. So again, 7-3 to you, and thanks for doing the net. KO6 LQJ.
All righty, Jeff. Working on ourselves is always a work in progress. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So definitely, like I said as well, I've got a long way to go as well. And I've got some arthritis going as well. I think the worst is my feet. Plantar fasciitis. Man, it's painful. So been working on getting that fixed as well. So. Yep, I am a big work in progress. All righty, let's see. Ron, I saw you on the live stream, not able to check in on RF, so I've got you on my list, Ron. I will call you when I get to you. And Evo, if you're listening out in the background there, somebody's mentioning the DMR bridge. They're not hearing anything. Can you just take a peek for me on the DMR bridge and make sure that's linked to 41970? All right, let's see what Bob, another friend of mine, fellow net controller, and the net control for tomorrow night's Great Outdoor Net, which you definitely don't want to miss. Bob, W6CJX. How are you, Bob?
Hey, good evening, Darren. It's good to see you. You look good. You look good. You look good. I would say you have lost weight. I wish I had. I got to work on that one, too. I know. Carolyn's going, what is up with the wig in the corner over by the shutters, between the refrigerator and the shutters? We thought maybe it was a person just sitting there, but we'll work that one out later. You can tell me instant message. Lately, working on the 8-year-old trailer, 9-year-old trailer. We've had it since 2017, I guess. So, yeah, going on a 9-year-old trailer. Things are starting to happen, like batteries need to be replaced. I got some lithium ion, so I got rid of the old lead acid, and they seem to be working great. Also, we had a problem. You're pointing to the wig over there. We had a problem with the vent, which is just a regular crank-up vent. Let me reset. You knew I was going to have to do something that had to be with outdoors, right? So the crank on the trailer, we got that blew off because it got cracked anyway, and then we had the rainstorm coming in. So long story short, I had that replaced. The guy came and spent an hour, 2, 3 up on the roof of our trailer, got that fixed. Not a place I wanted to go. And now I'm working on some lights for reading, and we got Starlink set up now for future camping. So we'll have a full nice thing there, or glamping. All right, that's all I got, and hope everyone's having a great weekend, and look forward to hearing from everyone tomorrow night on the Great Outdoor Net. W6CJX, I'll send it back to you, Darren. Thanks for doing it, and great job.
Alrighty, Bob. Glad you guys are getting that trailer up to speed. And like you said, I think you're leaving the camping stage and getting into the glamping stage. But that's I look forward to the day that I can pull up next to you and we can camp together, though. And to the wig in the corner, that is not actually a wig. That is my backpack. I guess I need a better definition camera. So, yep, that's my my backpack over there. I guess it does look like a little bit of a wig in the video that I'm looking at on the computer screen, but yeah, just a simple black backpack that looks like a wig. Alrighty, let me take a peek over on the comment section on the live stream, and I do see Evo has come in. This is what's fantastic about this is I've got so much help going on in the background. Thank you, Evo, for checking on the DMR bridge. It is in fact linked to the system, so to, I believe it was KO6MCM who's trying to listen on the DMR bridge. Nope, it wasn't you. It was KO6LWD that's trying to listen in on the bridge. It is linked, so I'm not sure if we're having an issue on OAT that you're listening to or if you don't have your settings right, but from what we're seeing on our side, the DMR bridge is in fact linked. But if you're listening to OAT also has an analog repeater. I definitely recommend listening to the analog over the DMR bridge. The analog is going to give you much better audio, obviously. So, all right, let's keep on moving down the list here. I guess still got quite a few to get to. I am up to Eric, KO6 Delta Tango Echo. Eric, welcome to the Saturday Night Roundtable.
Thanks for doing the net. Good to see you online again. It's always fun to watch the live stream. I got to join everybody else, I guess, and say, got to work on myself a bit. I was able to drop 5 pounds relatively easy, but I would like to do another 10 to 15, and that's turning out to be not so easy. And, of course, the IPA sitting in front of me right now probably isn't helping the situation, but got to have a little something every now and again. But near term, what I really want to do is upgrade my tech license to general. 10 meters has been fun, but I think it's time to broaden my horizons. So with that, I will send it back to the net. Thanks for doing it. KO6 DTE.
Alrighty, Eric. Yeah, the pounds drop off quick and then they slow down really fast. I will tell you the keys to my success has been intermittent fasting, and I know not everyone loves that, but it really does work. No magic here. Calorie deficit, right? Eat less than or burn more than you're eating, and you will drop pounds. So I stop eating sometime around 6 p.m., and I won't eat again until the following morning around 10 a.m. So my eating window, and I try to eat sensible, but I also, I like burgers, I like pizza, and I'm going to do that from time to time. And I don't do it on Saturdays, so today's kind of the cheat day, and I've got my drink, and I've got some snacks, and going to go along while I'm live streaming. So keep at it. They'll start falling off. But all right, let's see what we got next. I'm up to KO6 Lima Whiskey Delta. Pete, welcome to the net.
Thank you very much. KO6 LWD. Good to hear you, and DMR just came up, so it looks like it's working now.
Well, fantastic. You talk about it, and it happens. Might have some tech team members in the background checking on things. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. And is there anything you want to comment on things you're working on for 2026?
Just my the truck rig. Got to get it installed. Brand new truck, and I don't want to ruin anything having it go in. Back to you.
Yeah, I could understand that. I'm a pretty stickler with my installs as well, and I like to take my time. So, all right. Well, I wish you well on your install, and it's the hardest part is drilling that hole in the roof. So, I know some people don't want to go through with it and stick with the mag mounts, but boy, there's no better way than to put a permanent mount up there. But I understand for the folks that don't like to do that. So. All right, let me take a quick peek at the comments and see what we've got going on. I see Hal says, I made it. I dozed off. So, Hal, good to see you out there. I'll throw you on the list if you want, Hal. So, KO6LQJ says 73 DMR bridge is linked. Yep, KE6MAE checking in. I got you, Larry. I'm putting you on the list right now. KE6MAE. I got you, Larry. Looking forward to hearing you. I'll call you when I get to you. Let's see. Wig, not your color, Darren. Thanks, Hal. And Hal, and let's see. Random LLB. That must be Logan. Glad to be here. Very good. Awesome. Okay, let's keep on moving down the list. I know people are waiting in Maine to get on the net here. So K6DV Ellen with new baby lambs out there, I heard. So, Ellen, welcome to the net.
Oh, my goodness gracious sakes alive. K6DV Ellen here. I have a list of things I'm working on. It's too long. It would take up the rest of the net, but I'll just skim over some highlights. I want to finish painting my garage doors. I've got 7, and not all of them are done yet. I want the other 2 ewes to have their lambs safely without any breech births. I want my dog to get healed. I think he has an ACL tear. That's coming on Tuesday. I want to continue to get rid of the stink net plant that's invasive around my property as it takes out the grazing. And I definitely want to be happy and continue doing the things that I love. I want to ride motorcycles more. I missed my ride today, and I'm just absolutely devastated. It would have been a gorgeous day to be out there, but I'm getting over a head cold, so I had to set that aside for the moment. And I just want to continue to live with the peace and joy that it's taken me 7 decades to get to. and that is what I'm working on. So back to the net, and a great topic, especially from hearing other people. Sometimes self-improvement means improving the world around you, not necessarily, and all of a sudden you get improved in the process. With that, I'll leave you back. K6DV.
Well, Ellen, I can't thank you enough. You're always full of fantastic wisdom. So I always look forward to your check-ins. I'd say every week, but I'm not on every week now. I'm on almost every other week just because my schedule changed this year, and getting to Saturday nights it's a little bit more difficult to me. But thank you for the kind words there, and inspirational words, I should say. You're right. Don't just work on yourself. It's good to help others as well. So thank you for that. And yes, you got a lot going on, and I hope one day I get to visit that prime piece of property you got up there and see all the animals one day. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, I haven't heard him in a while. Good to hear him checking into the net all the way out there in Las Vegas. Kilo Zulu 7 MAG. Mag, good to hear you. Welcome to the net.
Hey, good evening to you, and hope the New Year's been treating you well. Good evening to everyone else out there in the net. The operator before me, she had the right words of wisdom, man. So so it's fair. All the details of whatever, same thing, different record. Trying to get out on the water more, and haven't been able to get out on the water the last couple of years here. So in the last several weeks, I've been able to get out on Lake Mead with my bride of 25 years and get back to doing some fishing and just putting that back in our lives. A lot of mishaps, health, surgeries, other things, and I was doing some professional fishing for a while. I had to put that away, take care of other things and everybody else. So, and aside from getting back on the water, just trying to get a lot of projects done that need to be done. They're overdue here at the house. So my hands are full, but hopefully we can go out and catch some fish again. With that, it's been beautiful here in Las Vegas, and back to you, Darren. Thanks for that. And oh, by the way, I'm dying to know I love the new format with the live stream. I'm dying to know what your KD7MAG, back to you.
Alrighty, Mag, you got cut off with a little bit of static. So you said you were dying to know something, and then the static hit right when you were saying what that something was. So come back real quick. Let me know what you were dying to know, and I'll see if I can fill you in.
Okay, your digital mixer there on your before you, the make and model of it.
Very good. Yes. So this is a Tascam Mixcast 4, and it's quite handy. I can do all kinds of things like that. And those of you that are wearing headphones, I caution you. Here we go. Yeah. So that enables us to do a lot of things. And when you hear the announcements playing at the beginning of the net between myself, Evo, or Bob, it's because we're all using this Mixcast that enables us to get MP3 and wave format stuff into the RF system. There's a little bit more going on behind the scenes to make that happen, but yeah, that's what that mixer's kind of doing. And it helps me do the live stream as well. So, all right, Mag, once again, thank you for checking in and sharing. Yeah, home ownership is always going to be just a list of things that we're always constantly working on. Apologize about the third-party dog traffic. They just won't stop barking, and I tried to get them to stop, and it's just not working. So bear with me. All right, I got finally up to Logan, KD6LLB. He's been on both the live stream and RF, so good to hear you out there, Logan. Welcome to the net.
Thank you, Darren. And just to make sure, is my audio okay?
You are fantastic.
Okay, well, that was the luck of the draw. It's a phone that I don't usually use, the repeater phone app on. So this is Logan, Kilo Delta 6, Lima, Bravo. And yeah, a lot of work on the house, but that's kind of a constant. There's always something to do. But we are making good progress, and one of my goals is to make it so that I can have some friends from other parts of the country actually come and visit again. It's been a while since we've been able to do that because it's been pretty. We've had a bunch of stuff going on and people here. Not my friends that I want to visit. Let me reset. So. But I guess in keeping basically the same as everybody else, I basically rediscovered mountain biking. I had quit about 25 years ago because of injuries, and after talking to some friends, I decided to get an electric mountain bike. I actually spent a good month and a half doing some physical preparation that I had learned would help deal with some of the injuries in my upper back. And after a month on an electric mountain bike, I went ahead and got a conventional bike. And that was a beating. It is very hard to get one of those up a hill now, but it is worth the effort. And I am really just I'm very happy that I took that step. Highly recommend anybody who has, ever enjoyed mountain biking to give it a try if they can. Let me reset. One thing that I would say about mountain biking, I hear people say this, but I know that I didn't understand this fully. You can adjust them, or I imagine most are this way. You can adjust the contribution that the bike makes, adding to the power you put into it, and so you can adjust the effort. You can get as much exercise as you want, and you can ride with other people who presumably are also getting as much exercise as they choose, and you can go further and see things. And if you can climb more, you get more downhill. And for me, there was a lot to learn. The bikes are very different than when my last stump jumper, and the riding techniques are different. The tools are different, and there are more tools. But anyway, it's just been a really good thing. And I can't think of any better exercise. And I can ride with a friend of mine who's 80 years old, and we can climb up. He sticks to the roads now, so I got separate wheels and tires for that. And it's good to be able to ride with people that you want to ride with who wouldn't be able to otherwise. All right, well, that's enough from me. KD6LLB, good to hear everyone, and thanks for doing the net, Darren.
Alrighty, Logan. I know we've mentioned it a couple times to each other, but I'm throwing it out there again. That's a goal for 2026. You and I get to ride together. Either I'm coming out to you or you come to me. Either way, I've got some premier trails here, and I know you as well. So we're going to make that happen somehow, some way. And I have both. I'll do whichever one you want. I'll go analog or I'll go e-bike. And on the e-bike, it gets a little bit of a bad rap, right? It's cheating. It's you're not getting as good exercise. But you mentioned a few things in there. One, more miles per mile. You can get up the hill faster, which means more downs. And you typically ride it longer and for further miles, which means you probably will have burned the same amount of calories on that e-bike that you would have burned on an analog bike, but you got way more mileage, way more downs, and more miles per mile, as I like to say. So, yep, I'm all for both, and I've got both in my arsenal. You're right, though. Once you ride the e-bike a little bit and then you pull the pedal bike back out, it's like, oh my goodness, it's a lot of work. But all right, let's take a peek at the live stream. There's 20. I saw 26 people on the live stream at one point. We're sitting at about 23 right now. And let's see. I'm working on getting my technician license, says Rob. Very good, Rob. And that's a good one. I got to get my my extra at some point. I got to probably focus on that. I just haven't done it. And then Hal says he's checking in. I got you, Hal. I put you on the list. I'll call you when we get to you. My list is going slow. Here it is, almost 40 minutes into the net, and I'm not done with the first list here. So let's get on to it. Let's see what Kilo Romeo 4 Foxtrot Sierra November. David, welcome to the net.
Yes, Troll and everybody on the net. Just for me, as far as goals coming up here, 2 weeks ago I got my general license, passed the test. So in the immediate future is working on my amateur extra and hopefully getting done with that by the end of April. Also, as far as projects go, I also have a DX Commander antenna that I need to put up. And working on that as soon as the weather gets a lot better here in Virginia. And then as far as personal goals, also I'm in the military and hopefully putting in my warrant package by the end of the year. Hopefully sometime this fall. But with that, I'd pass it back to Net Control. 73s, everybody.
Well, David, let me be the first to thank you for your service. I just retired, goodness, what is it now? 2.5 years, I guess? Coming up on September, it'll be 3 years. So let me go back to you. What branch of service? Just curious.
Coast Guard. I've been over 20 years, actually a chief right now, and chief electronics technicians, and looking to put my warrant for elk warrant.
Fantastic. All right. I was Navy myself, so also Chief. So good to hear you out there, brother. I actually retired as a Master Chief. Did my full 30 and had a blast. So good to hear you out there, and thanks for your check-in. And yeah, keep working towards that extra class. It opens up the doors immensely for you. So. All right, let's see where we're at. Now I'm on to the check-ins that are coming in from the live stream. Let's see, I've got November 6th, Papa. I got no name with it, so let's see if he's out there. Welcome to the net. Sounds like he logged off the live stream. Maybe he's not listening on the radio. One more time. November 6th, Papa. Are you out there? All right, maybe we'll give him a call a little later on, and we'll see if he's still in the live chat. Let's see. Ron, KF4PQH, all the way out from Locust Grove, Virginia. I know he's a night owl. Good to hear you out there, Ron. Well, I didn't hear you out there. I think I took your check-in on the stream. So go ahead, Ron.
This is KF4PQH, indeed, coming in from Locust Grove, Virginia. Yes, sometimes the RF steps on the All-Star when we're coming in. So I think that happened and had the opportunity, thanks to the way you got things running here, that I could just check in on the chat. So appreciate that. So yeah, I'm kind of working on me and going through adjustment. As a bunch of you know, I just come off the road after 10 years in a motorhome and now into a stick and brick house. So trying to get a den going together here. Right now everything I've got is HTs and digital, but I'm hoping to finally get maybe an antenna and get myself a real radio and get out there and start playing around in HF. And of course that means I got to work on my general. So trying to do that and just enjoy life and trying to do something positive. So this is KF4PQH. Stay safe out there, all of you, and 7-3, back to Net Control.
Alrighty, Ron. It was good to hear you, and yeah, we miss you out here. I don't know if you're ever going to jump back in that RV and come back west at all, but we hope to see you out here one of these days. But it's always good to hear you on all the nets. Just about every night, I think I hear you out there. So. Yeah, I don't envy you with the weather out there. You know, we got quite a bit of rain here the last few days, and it actually dropped down into about the 40s here. So that was pretty crazy for Southern California. It had a chill in the air, but I know that doesn't pair in comparison to what you guys were dealing with the last few days or last few weeks out there. So. All right, let's keep on moving. He came in via the live stream. The Mr. Radio Voice, the best radio voice I've heard out there. Looking forward to hear him. KE6MAE. Larry, are you out there, buddy? This is what happens when we take check-ins on the. We gotta be listening to that radio. So let's see one more time. Larry, are you out there? KE6MAE. All right, maybe.
Well, I'm here. I was trying to see if I could do it through the live stream, but I didn't think. I'm here. KE6MAE. Okay, I'm here, KE6MAE on RF. I was going to try to check in on the live stream, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. But nothing too earth-shattering, no big moves that I want to do. I've lived a good long life, ready to go into my 90th decade. So I just managed to get through each day and do a few things, but not as much as I'd like to, probably not as much as I should. But life is good anyway, so I'm going to just leave it at that and turn it back to you, Darren. I love your setup over there. Wish I could duplicate that, but I don't think I could. All righty, I'm going to say 73 because I got a big echo, KE6MAE.
All right, Larry. So here's some advice on when we're live streaming. For the live stream, there's no voice capability. You could only listen. If you want to interact, you have to type a comment, and then I will read your comments over the RF side of things. My advice for you is to turn the volume off on the computer and only listen to the net on the radio. Yes, there'll be a delay between what you're seeing and what you're hearing, but then you won't have that echo. But yes, to talk to us on the net, it has to be via the RF net, via your radio. So the live stream is strictly for listening or writing comments. You can't actually talk into the computer or anything like that. We won't hear you on the radio if you do it that way. So. All right, let's take a quick peek at the comment section. I see it's starting to heat up a little bit here. I see there's a comment here. It says, great to hear Logan and Darren about their EMTBs. Test rode several bikes this afternoon and really like the Nomad 2X. Not a true MTB, but seems sufficient to get my butt where it needs to be. That's all it needs to be. You don't have to break the bank, and you can definitely break the bank with these mountain bikes. My downhill electric mountain bike was quite a bit of money, so I definitely know you can do some damage to the wallet with these things. So get the best bike for you within the budget, and as long as it gets you out on the trails, you could always upgrade later as your skill set exceeds the bike you're on. And like Logan said, there's so much adjustability with these things, you really can dial it in for you. Let's see, Ron says, might get some more snow this weekend, but warmer weather behind it. Yep. I know for us, our mountains got upwards of, I heard, like 2 to 3 feet of snow. So, but that was well needed. I think this winter has been fairly mild for us here in Southern California, and I know we really depend on that snowpack for the water. So hopefully they're getting what they need. Let's see, what else we got in the live stream? Well, I just spoke about a lot. I guess it was just myself. I guess fixing this is my project. Have a nice night, everyone. It's always good to work on yourself. Like I said, that's kind of been my primary project. 2025 was not good for me, so I've been turning things around, and like Logan said, getting on that mountain bike, and I've been doing a lot of spin classes and burning cardio and weight training. So get after it. All right, setup looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, after the net, that seems to always be a topic when I live stream. People want to know about what's going on around me. I've got a stack of Motorola radios here, and I'll be happy to talk about my ham shack and answer any questions in the comments about what's going on in my ham shack here. I don't know why people like to look at me, but I'm waving to the camera, and I will answer any questions you guys have after the net. I'll keep the live stream going after we shut the RF side of things down. So. All right, let me reset and get to the final person on my checklist, and then we'll take another round. All right, saw him today at the luncheon, and I don't think I even got to talk to you because, those luncheons get so dang busy, and so I don't think I even got to say hi to you, Hal, but I did see you in the room, and it's always good to see you. So N6HAL, Hal, welcome to the net.
Hotel Alpha Lima. Thanks, Darren. Love it when you do that streaming. It just gives so much more to the net. I really enjoy it. But I see you changed your mood in the room there, it looks like. You should change it possibly to green, because I'm green with envy. Okay, back to the subject tonight. I guess you might say I'm one of those guys that's working on myself too. At least working on some minor to moderate health issues to get me going in the right direction so I can work on the other issue of losing a little bit of weight. But as far as projects, I don't have too many. I've downsized my residence twice in the last 8 years, so there's not much left to do with that. My house is pretty set. Great. So I'm busy also, besides the health issues, is still learning ham radio. I mean, I'm always learning, reading up on it, getting better at it. I'm mostly working on analog, but I think I'm about ready to try some of the other modes and get a little more proficient with them. So that's kind of my goal for the immediate future. And thanks for hosting the net. Back to the net. November 6th, Hotel Alpha Lima.
Well, alrighty, Hal. I don't know if you're looking at the live stream, but I did change the color for you as requested. See, we're an all interactive net here. You request it, you receive it. We are now green in the ham shack. And yeah, whatever help you need on the digital side of things, you know, we've got a plethora of people. There in San Marcos, you've got quite a bit at your disposal via repeaters. You don't even have to rely on hotspots. You've got DMR and P25 right there locally. So, and I'm sure you've got D-Star. I'm trying to think. D-Star on OTI should be able to reach that possibly. So we can definitely help you get on if you have that capability. If not, that hotspot of yours will help you get on some of those digital nodes. But like I said, reach out. We'll give you a hand. And of course, Brian Whiskey Tango 6 Tango on the Thursday Night TechNet is always a wealth of knowledge and helpful. If you have any problems with digitals, you can always reach out on Thursday nights. So. All right, guys, that brings me to the bottom of my list. Taking a look at the comments section. I see it, Darren. Nice. Yep, you see you changed the colors. Very good. I think I'm all caught up all around. So let me make a quick ID here since it's been quite a while. This is the Papa System Saturday Night Roundtable. My name is Darren. Call sign here is WD6USN. And the topic tonight is, what are you working on? And it's a broad topic, so it could be, are you working on yourself? Are you working on your house, your car? What projects do you have lined up? We just want to hear about it, and that's kind of what we're talking about. So with that said, let me flip my page over here. Let's take another round of check-ins, see if anyone else out there wants to jump in the conversation. Also, on the live stream side of things, guys, you want to add to your comments or make comments there. I will read them out on the net, so go ahead and jump in there. Looking at, we're still holding steady at 24 people currently on the live stream, so that's fantastic. All right, guys, let's take another round of check-ins. Give me that call sign phonetically and your first name. Anyone, anywhere, come now.
Kilo Mike 6, Zulu, Juliet Echo, Mike out of Culver City, connecting on Papa 4.
Connecting, yes. Bravo Uniform 2, Delta Hotel. Bravo Uniform 2, Delta Hotel. Name is Kim.
Alrighty, I added Mike and Kim to the list. Good to hear you out there, Kim. I believe Taipei, Taiwan, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, got you on the list. Let's see. I see another check-in possibly coming in from the live stream, K6WFI. James, only visiting. Do you want to get on the RF side of things, James? I could put you on the list. Let me know. We'll see when the audio catches up to the live stream what he says. All right, anyone else out there on RF want to jump in on the conversation? Come now. All right, starting to get crickets out there. I got Bob's crickets. There they are. Bob, I got them. I'll have to. I got to put them in a box and send them to you for tomorrow night. So, All right, with that, let's move over to Mike, KM6 Zulu Juliet Echo. Mike, welcome to the Saturday Night Roundtable.
Yeah, this is KM6 CJE, Mike. Thanks for running the net. I'm just curious, what rig would you recommend a new ham who's just got their general and looking to get on HF? Back to you.
Alrighty, Mike. Well, that's a tough question to answer, and I would say I'll break from convention. On Saturday night, it's the one night a week where we don't talk about ham radio. But with that said, we're always accommodating. That's a tough question, and I would have a few more follow-up questions for you, and I'd love to maybe hang around after the net and maybe see if we can guide you. We've got a few really talented, very technical guys that are here listening. Logan is one of them, KD6 LLB, and maybe after the net, we'll help you with your radio questions. But we also have the Tech Net on Thursday nights where that's all full of guys that would be able to answer a good question like that. But it's really dependent. I started off life as a Yaesu guy, and I was very big on a lot of their rigs, very easy to use, but there's ICOMs, there's all kinds of options out there. So what I would say is, why don't you stick around after the net? We're getting ready to wrap things up here pretty soon because the check-ins are slowing down. But we'd be happy to answer some of those questions for you after the net, if that's okay with you. I'll pass it back to you real quick to see if that's good.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know that Saturday nights was not a questions night. So I will I will pass on that and just let the net go. I have to say I was quite shocked by the weather this week. There was a moment, I believe it was on Wednesday, where the winds caught quite, it was quite strong, and I saw the rain was basically going sideways for a few minutes, not unlike what we heard of described in Forrest Gump. So glad the weather is passing, and we're going to have a good set of sunny days here ahead of us in the next couple of weeks. And so I'll turn back to you, KM6DJ.
Alrighty, Mike. Yeah, no apologies needed at all. That's it's all good. Yeah, the Saturday night is it's called the Other Than Ham Radio Net by some people, but yeah, we cover very various topics. Like tonight is just the topic is, what are you working on, right? So anything and everything other than ham radio on Saturday night, and that's just because every other night of the week is dedicated to some kind of ham radio topic. And we just like to keep it different here on Saturday nights. So, and like I said, if you want to stick around after the net, we'd be happy to kind of help guide you. And like I said, I know there's a few folks out there that would love to weigh in on your question. All right, let's. You mentioned the weather, and I don't know if you guys heard, but on Laguna, at which I'm heading there tomorrow to check on some things. But it wasn't a tower that Papa's on. There's multiple towers on Mount Laguna. But that wind you mentioned actually took an entire large standing tower down. The ice built up so large on it, and it turned into basically a wall of ice, and the wind blew the entire tower down over the building below it. So we're going up to assess that damage and check on some of the Papa equipment and other ham clubs to make sure everything's okay up there. But quite extensive damage up there. All right, let's move over to our international check-in. I believe it's out of Taipei, Taiwan. Kim, you'll have to correct me if that's not correct, but BU2 Gulf Hotel. Kim, welcome to the net.
Thank you very much. And I'm watching the YouTube right now. Is there the video what I say is that I'm freaking freaking non-member of Papa System. I love the system. I have a very strong connection with Orange County as well when I was young. But anyway, the topic of tonight, what I'm doing right now, I was just all the time. I've been working on a Facebook group. It's called Combat Medic Taiwan. Combat Medic Taiwan. You're welcome to join me if you are a U.S. Military medic staff or physicians, ER or EMTs, paramedics. If you have this background, the TCCC training experiences, please at least visit the site and give me some feedback. And we'll have with you we have 100 members already. But if you have ham radio operator license, that will be more welcome. So that's my announcement. Thanks for posting it. And I like your handshake. It looks very professional to me. Yeah, I have a very small station. I'm using a handheld and a open spot to talk to the group. And we're posting streams in the Happy New Year. The year of course, and hope everybody's prosperous and healthy. This is me to Jim. Here I am. I pay Taiwan 73 and back to the network.
Alrighty, Kib. Great to hear you out there. And yeah, if you want, go ahead and post a link to that page in the chat there. I'd certainly love to check it out. I don't really talk a whole bunch about my military background on the air, but I was a helicopter medic. I was a helicopter rescue swimmer. So that is definitely the background that I did for many years. And a lot of the memorabilia you see around me, there's way more on the walls behind the computers and where the cameras doesn't see. So would love to check out your page and come visit and say hi and share my experiences with you guys. So that sounds like a fantastic endeavor. So glad you're doing that, and I hope your page does well and reaches some folks out there that's looking for information like that. So yeah, don't be shy about posting a link to it there in the comments section. So all right, folks, that puts me at the bottom of the list once again. Let's take a look at the comment section. We're still holding strong at about 21 people in the comment section, and a few folks that are just saying hi, don't want to jump in on RF, but to all those that are coming in on the stream, hello back to you, and thanks for being a part. And KN6 Yankee X-Ray Sierra, looks like his name is Austin. I see you on the stream. Do you want to come in via RF? I can, the airways are yours if you want to come in. I can give you a call there. But if you're listening on the RF side of things, come on in. He says, no, thank you. That means the stream, at least sounds like for you, is linked up only a few seconds apart. So that's very good. But all right, folks, let's see. Last call. We'll make this the last call. Anyone out there on RF want to jump in, whether it's analog or digitals, all-star, anything internet-based, last call. Come now.
K3MAT, just saying hello, in and out.
Kilo Oscar 6 Delta Golf X-Ray.
Kilo Delta 6 India Yankee Juliet, saying hello.
All righty. I got a few more there, and good to hear you out there, Matt. K3MAT, just coming in and out. Good buddy of mine, and always great to hear you, Matt. Thanks for stopping by tonight. And to the KD6 India Yankee Juliet, just saying hello. Do you want me to give you a call? Do you want to make a comment at all on on the topic of what are you doing, what are you working on this year, I can bring you in. If not, just saying hello back. Let me know.
Yes, I'd like to say good evening to everybody, all the family members, and everybody who is listening. What I'm working on, the new Stone night, very awesome. Doing a lot of programming here, trying to figure out different ways.
All right, I will tell you, we've got just about none of that. Where you're coming in on Papa 3, but you're not quite making that repeater. You're just about all noise, and your signal is breaking up. So I would say if you have the ability to up the power, or if you're on an HT, move outside more in the direction of Papa 3, or switch to a closer repeater. I'm going to go to Rick first, and then I'll come back to you to see if we can pick you back up again. So hang tight. But let's go over to KO6DGX. Rick, good to hear you out there, buddy. Welcome to the net.
Hey, thanks, Darren. Man, great job. Really appreciating it. Looking forward to next week already. As far as things I'm working on, man, full-fledged working on selling 42 acres in North Santa Barbara County. It's farmable, and it's a beautiful place up on the Santa Rita Hills, but it's going to be a big chore, and my neighbors will help me out. They'll bust out their tractors. We got to, clear out a couple of roads and make it all presentable and ship shape. But pretty soon, I hope by March maybe, it'll be on Zillow. And so that's the big mission, man, getting that property moved along and downsizing. So I got a tractor, a Pinsgauer, a German, Austrian military machine. But, it's just this phase of life, Darren. Got to downsize. Oh, sorry, my cat got upset about something. But downsize and sell off stuff. So it's kind of exciting and fun, but it's kind of sad too, man. Your old possessions. Like last week, I sold this beautiful rifle. It was a Springfield with a Springfield scope, and M14 or something like that. But anyways, Darren, good job. Looking forward to next week. KO6DGX. Thanks to all the people participating, and I'll be clear back to the net.
Alrighty, Rick. I know it's hard to sell things. I'm a bit of certainly when it comes to my radio gear, it's hard to let things go. But I can only imagine what an entire estate is like. I've moved more times than I'd like to admit. Being in the military, and I don't envy anyone that's got to move. But you're right. The stages of life come. My kids are now 22 and 24. And they're going to move out someday. I know here in Southern California that's hard for them to do, but my house is going to get to the point where I think I need to downsize it, and I'm sure at least one more move is probably on the horizon for me. Not looking forward to it though. So, all right, thanks again, Rick, and yeah, that's about it. I'm at the end of my list. Let's check in and see if Katie 6 India Yankee Juliet was able to get us a better signal. One more try for you. Come back again.
Katie 6 IYJ, is that better?
Much, much better. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I switched to Papa 8 there. Yes, just want to say hello to everybody on the Papa system and everybody who is listening. Today I was working on Anytone 890. a new Anytone radio that came out, and very impressed with it, and very, very nice audio, and I was just working on some firmware and trying to learn a little bit more how to program this radio. That's pretty much what I did. But anyways, I just thought I'd jump in there and say hi, and great job on the net, and keep up the good work, and hope everybody's keeping warm because it's going to be a cold one. KD6 IYJ, 73s everybody, and thanks for letting me come in. Thank you, KD6 IYJ.
Well, we thank you for stopping by and making the Saturday Night Roundtable good. Without you guys checking in and sharing your stories and thoughts, this net would not be half as fun as it is. So, all right, folks, that's about it. So you guys are working on a lot of stuff, and it sounds like a lot of us are working on ourselves. So that's a good thing. But I've pretty much reached my time limit for tonight, I do believe. I really had a good time bringing the live stream back out. Like I said, I haven't done it in quite a while. And there's the dogs going nuts again, so that's probably my sign. But what I will do is I'll keep the live stream going for a few more minutes. I will end the RF side of things and return stuff back to normal amateur use so folks can use the system normally. And I will be available to chat on the live stream. So let me close some things out here, and then we will shut down the RF side and just do things on the live stream side. So with that, I want to thank Cecil, all the net controllers, and the Papa Systems tech team that work behind the scenes to keep this amazing system up and running and everything going great. I also want to thank the Papa System for allowing me to be your net controller for tonight. I really do love the Saturday Night Roundtable in this format, and they do trust me to do some wacky and crazy things. So I will be gone next week. It will be Gilbert's turn, so please come say hi to him and give him all the same love you guys give me. And then the following week after that, I will probably be back for maybe some trivia. We'll bring the trivia nets. It's not a trivia net like you've ever seen. So if you want to see what that's like, you'll have to see in a couple weeks. All right, guys. With that, I'm now going to call the net closed, and I'm going to return the Papa System back to normal amateur radio use. I will be over on the live stream side of things, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have there. Usually you guys have some questions about the ham shack. I saw a couple questions in there about that screen above my PCs, so I will talk about it over there. So, all right, good night on the RF side of things, guys.
Hey, USN, if I still got you before you check out, KO6 DJX.
Yep, Rick, I'm still here.
Hey, cool runnings, and had a very on topic and cool comment for you, man. Does this ever happen? You press and you key up, and then all of a sudden you forget where you're thinking, and then you unkey, and then it's there. So I'm going to unkey. Maybe it'll come back, but just wondering, did that ever happen to you?
Well, it's funny you say that, Rick, because I've done a lot of work in helicopters, and I've even been through a helicopter crash, and I actually have mild TBI from some of my experiences. So losing my words or losing my thoughts is something that happens quite often. And being a net controller, it happens mid-net sometimes for me where I forget where I was or what I was talking about or the word I'm supposed to use, and I'm scrambling in my head. So I am definitely used to what you're talking about, yes.
Thanks a lot for bailing me out there, and I will definitely catch up with you. I told you there's already a couple of topics I'd like to say hey and chat about, but great net, a lot of fun, and like I said, since you took over, man, it's been a whole different ball game. It's been like maybe a year or two, or it's been a while, but I couldn't remember. It changed, and it's been so much fun. So I'll be looking forward. And if you hear me calling out for you, you'll know I finally remembered what I wanted to say. So 7-3, my friend, KO6DGX. I'll be clear on your final. Go ahead.
All right, no worries. I'm gonna close out the RF side of things and jump over because there's a few questions on the live stream I want to get to. So I'll be over on the live stream, and then once I shut that down, I'll be out on the radio just chatting regular stuff. So, all right, I will talk to you later. All right, guys, the RF side is off, and let me get to some of the questions in the live stream. Hold on, I got to fix a few things. Catch the live stream up. Somebody asked about the screen above my PC, and that is called Ham Clock. It's got all kinds of information, but the one thing about Ham Clock is the creator of Ham Clock just passed away only a couple weeks ago. And there is no plan to continue Ham Clock. I believe after June, the servers that run in the background for that is going away. So Ham Clock its days are numbered, but there are multiple alternatives in the work. But mine is just it's a Ham Clock that runs on a Raspberry Pi. And I display it on the little TV screen above my PC, and it's just got all kinds of ham data on it. It's got, RF information and sunspots and that kind of stuff. So let's see what somebody says. Stupid question, but for these nets, is there any effective difference on Papa Bridge, Papa Chat on DMR? My local repeater is Papa 14. No, there's no difference. We're just broadcasting over the bridges. So the bridges are linked into the analog side of things, and you should be able to hear them on them. But if you have access to an analog repeater, that's where you're going to want to listen to the net, because the audio over a digital bridge really is diminished quite a bit. So I would say if you have access to Papa 14, like you said, Papa 14 is down. Unfortunately, we can't get to Blue Ridge with the amount of snow up there. So if that's the only way for you to get in, then the Papa bridges, you will hear the audio over them. Papa 36 is on Heaps Peak. Are you maybe able to make that one, Austin? Might want to give that one a try. Let's say, still waiting for your interview net. Oh, man, you and me both. That one is kind of, I've been able to pull off a lot of things on these on this Saturday Night Roundtable, and I've mentioned it multiple times. Doing a podcast style interview live on an RF net is something I want to do, and the person I want to start it off with is obviously the one and only Cecil, the creator of the Papa system. So I've delayed kicking that off, trying to wait for the right opportunity to link up with Cecil and make that happen. So hang tight, guys, with me. That's still a goal of mine, to do that. And once we do it, I'm just going to kind of make the rounds with some of the interesting members we have in the Papa system and do an impromptu 10-minute interview in the beginning, and then open it up to check-ins for people to ask questions to the person I'm interviewing. That's my goal for one of these nets. So we'll see if we make that happen. What else they saying? Let's see. Not with me, but with other celebrities. Yeah. All right. And once again, I have to reiterate, fantastic job. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. So, as always, fun net. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Yeah, lots of thank yous in the comments. So, really do appreciate it, guys. Is there any questions I could answer around the Ham Shack? That usually is a hot topic. Like I said, I'm a Motorola guy, so everything in here is Motorola except the HF rig. If Motorola made an HF rig, I'd probably have it. But I've got the Yaesu 710 for HF, and then Motorola for everything else. And then Austin says, I only have up to Papa 31 programmed in my radio. I'll program Papa 36 and let you know. Yeah, so go take a look at the website. 36 is on Heaps Peak. That would be, I don't know where around 14 you are, but I would be willing to bet you might be able to make it into Papa 36. give that a try. Papa 8 also has a pretty big coverage. I don't know if you can reach that one or not. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm going to get ready to shut some things down. I don't see any new comments popping up in the comment section, but again, do appreciate you guys on the live stream side of things and how you interact with the RF side. So it makes it kind of fun. Give it a few more seconds here, see if any last minute questions pop in, and then I will start shutting things down. And you're welcome, Austin. Thank you for participating in the live stream too. So, alrighty, guys, and I'm gonna call it there. That's just almost an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes, so not too bad. All right, guys, have a great night. Like I said, I will not be on next week, but look forward to the following week after that. We'll pull the trivia out and have a little fun there. So, all right, guys, great night, great net, and enjoyed talking to you guys. Have a great rest of your week, and we will chat again soon.